What happened to Gunsmoke that made its actors never want to return? You may not know, but most of the main actors of Gunsmoke, such as Glenn Strange, Dennis Weaver, Ken Curtis, or Milburn Stone, all chose to give up their roles when the movie had not yet ended. It is true that although Gunsmoke is famous, its behind-the-scenes experience is extremely bad. The strange thing is that this secret has been hidden for almost half a decade, and only a few minutes ago we learned about it. Don't miss this video because we will reveal to you why the actors all ran away from Gunsmoke. Let's get started. Glenn Strange. After over 200 episodes of the show, Glenn Strange, a prolific character actor known for his roles in westerns and horror films, had to step away from Gunsmoke in 1972 due to a diagnosis of lung cancer. Strange, who was perhaps best remembered for his menacing villain roles, found a new dimension in his acting career by portraying Sam Noonan, the affable and reliable bartender at the Long Branch Saloon. This role was a pleasant change of pace for the somewhat typecast performer, allowing him to showcase a different side of his talent and endearing him to the show's audience. Strange's battle with lung cancer was a challenging period, but his passion for acting and dedication to his craft kept him performing for as long as possible. Even after his diagnosis, he continued to work on Gunsmoke, ensuring that fans would still see Sam Noonan behind the bar, dispensing drinks and wisdom to the denizens of Dodge City. His determination to remain active in his profession, despite his illness, demonstrated his deep commitment to his role and his appreciation for the show's loyal viewers. Glenn Strange passed away on September 20, 1973, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. However, fans of Gunsmoke were treated to 5 additional episodes featuring Sam Noonan that had been filmed prior to his retirement. These episodes allowed audiences to enjoy Strange's presence on the show even after his passing, a poignant reminder of his contribution to the series and the impact he had on its success. One of the final episodes that featured Glenn Strange as Sam Noonan was Season 19, Episode 11, titled The Hanging of Newly O'Brien. This episode, which aired more than a year after his death, marked the last appearance of the beloved bartender. It was a bittersweet moment for Gunsmoke fans as they bid farewell to a character who had become an integral part of the show's fabric over the years. Strange's portrayal of Sam Noonan provided a sense of continuity and stability in the often tumultuous environment of Dodge City. His character was a calming presence amidst the chaos, offering a friendly ear and a kind word to both the regulars and the strangers who passed through the Long Branch Saloon. The warmth and humanity he brought to the role resonated with viewers, making Sam Noonan one of the most cherished characters in Gunsmoke's long and storied history. In addition to his work on Gunsmoke, Glenn Strange had an extensive career in film and television. He appeared in numerous westerns, often cast as the heavy or the outlaw due to his imposing stature and rugged looks. However, his versatility as an actor was evident in his ability to switch from these villainous roles to the genial bartender on Gunsmoke. This range demonstrated Strange's talent and adaptability, earning him respect and admiration from both his peers and his audience. Strange's departure from Gunsmoke and his subsequent passing marked the end of an era for the show. His contributions to the series were significant, and his character, Sam Noonan, left an indelible mark on the hearts of fans. The fact that he continued to work despite his illness is a testament to his dedication and love for his craft, as well as his desire to bring joy to the viewers who had supported him throughout his career. Dennis Weaver. Dennis Weaver, an actor who initially struggled to find steady work, had a significant breakthrough when he was cast as Chester Good on the iconic television show Gunsmoke. Before this opportunity, Weaver took on various odd jobs to support his family, earning between $5 to $7.50 a day in the early 1950s. These challenging years were marked by hard work and determination, as Weaver navigated the difficult landscape of the entertainment industry while trying to provide for his wife and firstborn son. Weaver's fortunes changed dramatically when he joined the cast of Gunsmoke in 1955. His portrayal of Chester, the limping, loyal deputy to Marshal Matt Dillon, resonated with audiences and catapulted him to fame. Chester's distinctive limp, which Weaver himself created to give the character more depth and to stand out from the rest of the cast, became one of the show's most recognizable traits. Over the next 9 years, Weaver's role in Gunsmoke not only brought him widespread acclaim, but also made him a millionaire by the age of 38. The stability and financial success that came with his role in Gunsmoke were a stark contrast to the earlier years of uncertainty and financial struggle. However, despite the steady and lucrative employment, Weaver felt a growing dissatisfaction with the limitations of his character. By 1964, he had decided it was time to move on from Gunsmoke. In an interview with the Hartford Courant, Weaver expressed his frustration and desire for creative growth. "After almost 10 years," he explained, "I want to walk without a limp. In Gunsmoke, I've exhausted all the dimensions of Chester. There's nothing I can do with that character anymore. I knew it some time ago, and I tried to quit the program twice before." Weaver's attempts to leave Gunsmoke earlier had been unsuccessful. He had ventured into other projects, such as the variety show pilot TV Tonight, where he served as a host and master of ceremonies, and another pilot called Giant Step, in which he played a high school vice principal. Unfortunately, neither of these pilots was picked up, forcing Weaver to return to Gunsmoke for financial reasons. Despite his desire to explore new roles and opportunities, the security provided by Gunsmoke was hard to relinquish. But in 1964, Weaver felt the time had come to sever the umbilical cord for good. Weaver's departure from Gunsmoke was not without its risks, but he was determined to pursue new challenges. He had secured a role in NBC's new show, Kentucky Jones, where he owned 25% of the package and was guaranteed a weekly salary of about $5,000. This financial stability gave him the confidence to leave Gunsmoke and take a leap into the unknown. Compared to Gunsmoke's impressive run of 625 episodes, Kentucky Jones only produced 26 episodes. However, Weaver was willing to take this chance for the opportunity to grow as an actor. "I want to grow as an actor, to create, to expand," Weaver stated. "I know I'll never be lucky enough to find another show like Gunsmoke, but in all fairness to myself, I can't afford to make it my whole life's work." His decision was driven by a deep-seated need for artistic fulfillment and the belief that he had more to offer beyond the role of Chester. Dennis Weaver's departure from Gunsmoke marked the end of an era for the iconic television series. However, the character of Chester Goode, whom Weaver had brought to life with such distinctiveness, continued to cast a long shadow over the actor even after he left the show. In James Arness, an autobiography, Arness recounts a revealing conversation he had with Weaver post-Gunsmoke. Weaver admitted to Arness that shedding Chester's limp, a physical trait he had meticulously developed for the character, proved to be more challenging than he anticipated. "Dennis later told me he had a heck of a time losing his limp after he left the show," Arness wrote. "On other shows, when a director yelled action, he'd automatically start to limp. It took him several months to walk normally when on camera." The limp had become so ingrained in Weaver's portrayal of Chester that it had almost become second nature to him. This physical manifestation of the character was a testament to Weaver's commitment to his role, but it also highlighted the difficulty actors often face in separating themselves from long-standing characters. In an interview with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Weaver reflected on his decision to leave the series, expressing that he felt Chester had reached the end of his narrative arc. "After almost 10 years, I want to walk without a limp," he said, underscoring his desire for personal and professional growth. James Arness, the lead actor of Gunsmoke, also shared his thoughts on Weaver's departure in his autobiography. Arness acknowledged that Weaver's exit was a significant loss for the show, both personally and professionally. "I was particularly sorry to see Dennis leave us," since he'd become such an integral part of our seamless theatrical family, Arnis wrote. I clearly understood his desire to move on, though, and it turned out to be a wise choice on his part. Despite the bittersweet nature of Weaver's departure, Arnis appreciated the time they had spent together on the show and recognized the unique contribution Weaver had made through his portrayal of Chester Goode. Chester's character was more than just a sidekick to Marshal Matt Dillon. He was a vital part of the Gunsmoke dynamic. Arnis himself noted Chester's star power, often feeling that he played second fiddle to Weaver's character during their scenes together. Chester's distinctive limp and his twangy call of Mr. Dillon became iconic elements of the show, endearing him to audiences and making him a standout character. Weaver's ability to bring such depth and nuance to Chester, transforming what could have been a simple supporting role into something memorable, showcased his talent and dedication as an actor. Weaver's departure from Gunsmoke was a pivotal moment for both the actor and the series. For Weaver, it represented a bold step towards new opportunities and challenges. He sought to explore different roles and expand his artistic horizons, a decision that ultimately paid off in his subsequent career. For the show, it meant saying goodbye to a beloved character and adjusting to the absence of a key player. However, Gunsmoke continued to thrive, demonstrating the resilience and adaptability of its cast and crew. Despite the challenges he faced in leaving Chester behind, Dennis Weaver's post-Gunsmoke career flourished. He took on a variety of roles that allowed him to showcase his versatility as an actor. Notably, he starred in the television series McCloud, where he played a New Mexico deputy marshal navigating life in New York City. This role further cemented Weaver's reputation as a talented and adaptable performer, capable of breathing life into diverse characters. Milburn Stone's reaction to Dennis Weaver's departure from Gunsmoke was one of profound concern and uncertainty about the show's future. In an interview with Kansas History, Stone elaborated on his initial thoughts and feelings, revealing the deep impact Weaver's exit had on him and the rest of the cast. Stone believed that Gunsmoke might not survive the loss of such a crucial character. I thought when Dennis Weaver, who played Chester, left the show, we were dead, Stone admitted. The dynamic between Doc Adams, played by Stone, and Chester Goode was a cornerstone of the series, providing both comedic and emotional depth to the narrative. Stone's admiration for Weaver's portrayal of Chester was immense. I was amazed at Chester. He was one of the purest characters I've ever seen in my life. Was he pure? Stone said. He felt that Weaver's performance was unparalleled, deserving of multiple Emmy Awards. Instead of one Emmy, I felt Dennis should have had 5 because there wasn't a better performance anyplace, he emphasized. The chemistry between Doc and Chester was a significant aspect of the show, offering viewers a unique blend of humor and heartwarming moments. Without Chester, Stone worried that Doc Adams would lose a key element of his character's appeal, the playful yet affectionate interactions that defined their relationship. The void left by Weaver's departure was palpable, not just for Stone but for the entire ensemble. Chester's role as Matt Dillon's loyal assistant was irreplaceable in Stone's eyes, and his absence created a gap in the show's dynamics. It left a hell of a void, and it was a particular void on my part because it left Doc without a playmate, Stone explained. He likened Chester to a little dog that came to town, emphasizing the character's endearing qualities and the special bond he shared with Matt Dillon. Stone's portrayal of Doc often involved attempting to ruin Chester's day, but always with a sense of affection and care. Chester's vulnerability meant that Stone had to tread carefully to avoid genuinely hurting the character's feelings, a delicate balance that added depth to their interactions. However, Gunsmoke managed to find a new source of vitality with the introduction of Ken Curtis as Festus Hagen. Festus brought a different energy to the show, and Stone quickly developed a strong rapport with Curtis, both on and off screen. And Ken Curtis, who played Festus, was exactly the same way, Stone noted. The relationship between Doc and Festus evolved into a beloved aspect of the series, reminiscent of classic comedic duos. The relationship that I loved most of all was the Doc-Festus relationship. It was a Hope Crosby or Jack Benny Fred Allen kind of relationship, Stone said. Their interactions were characterized by a playful antagonism that underscored their deep friendship. If two guys really love each other, the only way they can make love is to insult each other, make fun of your best friend's ears or whatever, Stone mused. The transition from Chester to Festus was not without its challenges. Stone recalled the uncertainty that came with trying to replace Chester, recognizing the unique role Weaver had played in the show's success. We didn't know what the hell we were going to do to replace Chester. It left a hell of a voice, Stone admitted. However, Curtis's portrayal of Festus eventually won over both the cast and the audience. The new character brought a fresh dynamic to the show, and Stone's relationship with Curtis blossomed into one of mutual respect and camaraderie. Ken Curtis, known for his beloved portrayal of Festus Hagen on Gunsmoke, had a contentious relationship with the show's producers during the planning stages of Gunsmoke. Return to Dodge. The decision-makers behind the reunion project aimed to bring back as many familiar faces as possible, including Curtis, who had left an indelible mark on the series. However, negotiations quickly soured, revealing underlying tensions and disagreements about money and creative direction. According to David R. Greenland's book, The Gunsmoke Chronicles, A New History of Television's Greatest Western, the conflict was partly about compensation. Curtis demanded twice the amount that Amanda Blake, who played Miss Kitty, was receiving. Producer John Mantley recounted the exchange, saying, "He wanted twice what Amanda is getting. I said, 'Ken, I can't do that.' He said, 'Then I'm not coming.' And that's how it ended." This standoff highlighted a significant issue in the negotiations, but it wasn't the only factor that drove a wedge between Curtis and the production team. In addition to the financial dispute, Curtis was deeply dissatisfied with the changes being made to Jim Burns's original script. Curtis had embraced the initial version of the script, but was vehemently opposed to the alterations that the production team was implementing. These changes were substantial enough that Curtis felt they compromised the integrity of the story and his character. The disagreement over the script modifications became so heated that Curtis ultimately told Mantley never to call him again. This decision marked a definitive end to any possibility of Curtis returning for the reunion project. Curtis wasn't the only Gunsmoke cast member to express concerns about the script for Gunsmoke. Return to Dodge. James Arness, who played the iconic role of Marshal Matt Dillon, also had reservations. He felt that the character of Jake Flagg, played by Earl Holliman, overshadowed his own role in the story. This sentiment added to the already complex dynamics behind the scenes, further complicating the production process. The conflict with Curtis and the broader issues with the script changes highlight the challenges of reuniting a beloved cast for a revival project. Curtis's departure from the project was a significant blow, as his character, Festus, was a fan favorite and a crucial part of the show's legacy. His refusal to participate under the conditions presented by the producers underscored his commitment to maintaining the quality and authenticity of the Gunsmoke legacy, even at the cost of his own involvement. Curtis's stand on these issues reflected a broader principle that many actors face when dealing with beloved long-running characters and shows: the balance between financial compensation, creative integrity, and personal principles. For Curtis, the changes being made to the script were unacceptable, and his demand for higher pay was a reflection of his value to the series and his principles regarding fair compensation. Ultimately, Gunsmoke. Return to Dodge proceeded without Curtis, but the absence of Festus was felt by fans and cast members alike. The reunion project served as a reminder of the complexities and politics that often accompany efforts to revive iconic series. While Curtis's departure was a disappointment, it also highlighted the strength of his character and his dedication to the legacy of Festus Hagen and Gunsmoke. In a 1978 interview with the Indianapolis Star, Milburn Stone, famously known for his role as the crusty old Doc Adams on Gunsmoke, candidly discussed his struggles with retirement. Despite being a beloved figure in classic Western television, Stone found the transition from bustling work life to the tranquility of retirement to be challenging. While many might envision their golden years filled with leisurely activities like golf and lounging, Stone's experience was quite different. Stone revealed that the inactivity of retirement was grating on him. He had plenty of time for fishing trips, which he enjoyed, but the golf was driving him crazy. The lack of a structured routine and the constant hustle of work had left a void that he found difficult to fill. Retirement had not brought the peace and relaxation he had expected. Instead, it had left him restless and searching for ways to keep himself occupied and engaged. A particularly interesting detail from the article concerned a rare trip Stone made to Hollywood in 1978. He had traveled there to participate in the CBS TV 50th anniversary celebration. As the network celebrated its fifth decade, CBS aired a series of 2-hour specials to pay tribute to its 50 years of television highlights. This event brought together 120 stars from various CBS shows, including several actors from Gunsmoke. Stone's appearance at this celebration marked a significant reunion with his old castmates, including James Arness, who played Marshal Matt Dillon, and Dennis Weaver, who portrayed Deputy Chester Good. During this reunion, Stone, Arness, and Weaver spent the entire day reminiscing about the good times they had shared on the set of Gunsmoke. Stone shared a poignant moment from their conversation. Jim said, "I guess we didn't know how lucky we were," and I told him, "Maybe you didn't, but I sure as hell did." This sentiment underscored the deep bond and appreciation Stone felt for his time on the show and the relationships he had built. However, Stone expressed regret over the absence of some key cast members. Ken Curtis, who played the beloved Festus, was notably excluded from the celebration. Stone felt bad about Curtis not being included, and he shared his disappointment with the Indianapolis Star. "I felt bad because Ken Curtis, who played Festus, wasn't included," Stone said. No details were provided for the snub, but it was clear that Curtis's absence was felt. Curtis's portrayal of Festus had been an irreplaceable part of what made Gunsmoke special, and his exclusion from the reunion seemed almost unpatriotic to fans of the show. Amanda Blake, who played Kitty, was invited but couldn't make it. Her absence, along with Curtis's, left a gap in the reunion. Despite this, Stone, Arness, and Weaver made the most of their time together, reflecting on the series that had defined their careers and brought joy to millions of viewers. For Stone, the reunion was a bittersweet reminder of the camaraderie and shared experiences that had made Gunsmoke such a significant part of his life. Stone's reflections on his post-Gunsmoke life and the reunion highlight the often overlooked challenges of retirement for actors who spend decades in the spotlight. While the public may remember them for their iconic roles, the transition to a quieter life can be difficult. For Stone, the inactivity of retirement was a stark contrast to the dynamic environment of a long-running television series. His reunion with Arness and Weaver offered a brief return to the camaraderie and purpose he missed. Milburn Stone. 17 seasons into Gunsmoke, a significant change temporarily shook the foundation of Dodge City. In 1971, the trusted and beloved character Doc Adams, portrayed by Milburn Stone, was written off the show for a brief period. This unexpected departure was explained within the storyline when Doc Adams left Dodge City to seek additional medical training after a young girl tragically died under his care. The narrative shift introduced a new character, Dr. Chapman, played by Pat Hingle, who took over the medical responsibilities in town. Dr. Chapman's arrival was chronicled in the episode New Doctor in Town, where his more standoffish demeanor starkly contrasted with the familiar, comforting presence of Doc Adams. Behind the scenes, this doctor switch was necessitated by Stone's need to take time off for heart bypass surgery. In March 1971, Stone underwent successful surgery at Alabama's UAB hospital. His temporary absence and subsequent return mirrored a significant moment of vulnerability for the actor and his character alike. Stone's recuperation and eventual return to the show were met with relief and joy by the cast, crew, and fans of Gunsmoke. During Stone's recovery, Dr. Chapman appeared in 6 episodes, offering a fresh dynamic and tension within the storyline as the new doctor struggled to fit into the established rhythm of Dodge City. Hingle's portrayal of Dr. Chapman was marked by a certain aloofness and a more rigid approach to medicine, creating an interesting but temporary shift in the show's dynamics. The presence of Dr. Chapman highlighted the irreplaceable role of Doc Adams, whose empathy and deep connection with the residents of Dodge City had been a cornerstone of the series. Milburn Stone's return to Gunsmoke after his surgery was a significant moment, both on and off screen. His comeback was warmly welcomed, and his character, Doc Adams, resumed his role as the indispensable town physician. This return not only reaffirmed the character's importance, but also underscored Stone's resilience and dedication to his craft. Stone's portrayal of Doc Adams ultimately spanned a remarkable 605 episodes, making him a staple of the series and a beloved figure to viewers. The episode New Doctor in Town and the subsequent ones featuring Dr. Chapman offered a rare glimpse into the show's ability to adapt and evolve, even if just temporarily. It showcased the depth of the show's writing and its capacity to handle real-life challenges faced by its cast members. The narrative device of sending Doc Adams away for additional training added a layer of realism to the show, acknowledging that even the most skilled and experienced professionals sometimes need to step back and seek further knowledge and improvement. Following his recovery, Milburn Stone continued to be a vital part of Gunsmoke until the series concluded. His performance as Doc Adams remained steadfast, and he continued to provide the character's signature blend of medical expertise and compassionate care. Stone's dedication to the role and his successful return from surgery were testaments to his professional commitment and personal strength. 5 years after the series finale, Milburn Stone passed away, leaving behind a legacy as one of television's most enduring and beloved characters. His portrayal of Doc Adams not only defined his career, but also left an indelible mark on the landscape of television westerns. The temporary departure and subsequent return of Doc Adams in the 17th season of Gunsmoke remain a poignant chapter in the show's history, highlighting the human aspects of both the character and the actor behind him. Here is a truth that you need to know. Milburn Stone's portrayal of Doc Adams in Gunsmoke is a testament to his dedication and vision for the character. From the very beginning, Stone took an assertive role in shaping Doc Adams, ensuring that the character resonated with authenticity and depth, ultimately making him irreplaceable in the eyes of fans. In an interview with the Kansas State Historical Society, Stone recounted an early clash with show creator Charles Marquise Warren during his screen test. Warren had a specific vision for the character, envisioning Doc Adams as an Eastern doctor with a certain look. However, Stone had a different perspective. When Warren questioned Stone's choice of attire, Stone responded with conviction, asserting, "Look, it's my test, and it's going to be my wardrobe. I know who I'm playing." This confrontation highlighted Stone's determination to play Doc Adams his way. He famously declared, "Not the Doc I see. I'm going to play what I see." This bold stance not only set the tone for his portrayal, but also demonstrated his deep understanding and commitment to the character he would embody for 2 decades. Stone's insistence on creative control over Doc Adams extended beyond the wardrobe and into the character's very essence. This autonomy allowed Stone to mold Doc Adams into a figure that felt genuine and relatable to audiences. His portrayal was characterized by a mix of gruffness, warmth, and a no-nonsense approach to medicine and life in Dodge City. This authenticity endeared Doc Adams to viewers and cemented his place as an integral part of Gunsmoke. In a move that was revolutionary for its time, Stone also negotiated a groundbreaking residual contract. Understanding the long-term value of his work, he insisted on being paid for every Gunsmoke episode that aired, regardless of where or when it was shown. "I wanted to be paid for every Gunsmoke that ever showed forever, no matter where," he stated. CBS, recognizing Stone's perfect fit for the role, agreed to his terms. This contract not only ensured Stone's financial security but also set a precedent for actors seeking fair compensation for their work. Stone's dedication to his role extended to the accuracy of the medical practices depicted on the show. In a 1964 interview with the Asbury Park Press, as cited by MeTV, Stone revealed that he became aware of a significant medical error in an early Gunsmoke script. Upset by the lack of proper research, he took it upon himself to delve into medical textbooks and gain real medical knowledge. This self-education allowed Stone to correct any medical inaccuracies he encountered in subsequent scripts. His commitment to authenticity ensured that Doc Adams was not only a believable character, but also one who adhered to the realistic medical practices of the time. Stone's influence on Doc Adams was profound and far-reaching. His portrayal went beyond mere acting. It was a careful, studied embodiment of a character who became a beloved fixture in the Gunsmoke universe. Fans appreciated the depth and authenticity Stone brought to Doc Adams, making it impossible to imagine anyone else in the role. His dedication to accuracy, both in the character's personality and medical expertise, set a high standard for television portrayals of medical professionals. Moreover, Stone's willingness to stand up for his vision of Doc Adams demonstrated a level of professionalism and passion that greatly contributed to the show's success. His actions not only shaped the character, but also influenced the overall tone and credibility of Gunsmoke. Stone's Doc Adams was not just a supporting character. He was a cornerstone of the series, providing stability and continuity throughout its long run. Bert Reynolds. Bert Reynolds' departure from Gunsmoke marked a pivotal moment in his career, driven by the burgeoning opportunities in the film industry that began to open up for him. His decision to leave the popular Western TV show was not made lightly, as it involved weighing the security of a steady television role against the uncertain, yet potentially more rewarding path of a movie career. Reynolds joined Gunsmoke in 1962, playing the character of Quint Asper, a half-Comanche blacksmith who brought a rugged charm and dynamic presence to the series. His role on the show allowed him to showcase his acting skills to a wide audience, and he quickly became a fan favorite. Despite his success on Gunsmoke, Reynolds' aspirations always leaned towards the silver screen. During a summer hiatus from shooting Gunsmoke, Reynolds took the opportunity to work on a film project. This break proved to be fortuitous, as it began to establish him as a rising movie star. His talent and charisma caught the attention of Hollywood, and he started to receive more significant and enticing film offers. This period was crucial for Reynolds, as it highlighted the potential for a successful movie career that he had always dreamed of. Milburn Stone, who played Doc Adams on Gunsmoke, recognized Reynolds' potential and encouraged him to pursue his film career. Stone's advice was straightforward and supportive. "Your movies are taking off. Get out of here." This guidance came from a place of understanding and experience, as Stone himself had seen the ups and downs of an acting career. His encouragement played a crucial role in Reynolds' decision to leave the show. Reynolds' relationship with James Arness, who played Marshal Matt Dillon, was also a factor in his decision. While their professional relationship was functional, there were underlying tensions that made the working environment less than ideal for Reynolds. This, combined with the burgeoning opportunities in film, made the decision to leave Gunsmoke more appealing. The timing of Reynolds' departure was critical. Much like other actors who left successful TV shows to pursue film careers, such as George Clooney from ER, David Caruso from NYPD Blue, and Dan Stevens from Bridgerton, Reynolds had to strike while the iron was hot. Staying on Gunsmoke would have provided financial security and steady work, but it also meant potentially missing out on the chance to make a significant impact in the film industry. Leaving Gunsmoke allowed Reynolds to fully commit to his burgeoning movie career. He went on to star in a series of successful films throughout the 1970s, such as Deliverance, 1972, The Longest Yard, 1974, and Smokey and the Bandit, 1977, which solidified his status as a major Hollywood star. His charm, wit, and rugged good looks made him a favorite among audiences and critics alike. Reynolds' decision to leave Gunsmoke also underscores the importance of timing and risk-taking in an actor's career. By taking the leap into film, he was able to achieve a level of fame and success that might not have been possible had he remained on the show. His departure was a gamble that paid off, allowing him to become one of the most recognizable and beloved actors of his generation. You may not know, Bert Reynolds' departure was influenced by Milburn Stone. In an interview with the Red Deer Advocate, Reynolds fondly recalled Stone as a surrogate father figure who played a pivotal role in his life. Reflecting on their time together, Reynolds expressed admiration for Stone's character both on and off screen, describing him as an extraordinary man whose guidance was invaluable during a critical juncture in his career. "One of the most enjoyable evenings of my life was a night I got with Millie and Eddie Foy Sr., Reynolds reminisced. Eddie Foy Sr., another seasoned actor, joined Stone and Reynolds for what turned into a memorable evening of camaraderie. Reynolds recounted how the two older actors engaged in burlesque routines and storytelling that sparked laughter and fond memories, creating a familial atmosphere that Reynolds cherished deeply. As with any close-knit family, Reynolds also experienced the loss of several of his Gunsmoke co-stars over the years. He mentioned Stone, Amanda Blake, who played Kitty, and Ken Curtis, known for his role as Festus, all of whom had passed away. Reynolds' heartfelt words underscored the profound impact these individuals had on his life and career, highlighting the bond forged through their shared experiences on the iconic television series. Stone's influence on Reynolds extended beyond their time together on Gunsmoke. During a pivotal moment in Reynolds' career, when he was grappling with the decision to leave the show and pursue a career in film, Stone provided crucial guidance and encouragement. Reynolds recalled how Stone affirmed his potential as a movie star, urging him to seize the opportunity and embark on a new path. "It was a time when I was making up my mind about what I wanted to do. Millie said to me, 'You're a movie star. Get the hell out of here. Go do it,' Reynolds shared in the interview. This advice from Stone resonated deeply with Reynolds, giving him the confidence and courage to take the leap into a film career that would ultimately define his legacy in Hollywood. Reynolds' decision to depart from Gunsmoke, guided by Stone's wisdom, proved to be transformative. It allowed him to fully explore his talents on the big screen and establish himself as a leading actor in films that captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. From breakout roles in Deliverance and Smokey and the Bandit to becoming a beloved cultural icon, Reynolds' journey was shaped in part by the mentorship and support he received from Stone. "Millie gave me the courage to leave, and I don't regret it," Reynolds affirmed, acknowledging the pivotal role Stone played in shaping his career trajectory. Their bond, rooted in mutual respect and shared experiences, remained a cherished memory for Reynolds throughout his life, serving as a testament to the enduring impact of genuine mentorship and friendship in the entertainment industry. Amanda Blake. Amanda Blake's departure from Gunsmoke marked a significant turning point in her life and career, driven by personal considerations and health challenges that would ultimately shape her legacy beyond the realm of television. As Kitty Russell, the beloved saloon owner in the iconic Western series Gunsmoke, Amanda Blake had become a staple in American households. However, by the mid-1970s, Blake began contemplating her exit from the show. It wasn't due to any friction with the cast or crew. Rather, it was a preemptive move to depart before the role lost its charm or before she faced the possibility of being let go. This decision allowed her the freedom to pursue other interests and roles while still enjoying the enduring support of her loyal fan base, who continued to send her letters of encouragement and admiration. Blake's departure from Gunsmoke also coincided with a deeper personal journey. She found herself increasingly drawn to causes outside of acting, particularly animal welfare and wildlife conservation, passions that she could now dedicate more time to. Reflecting on her departure, Blake expressed gratitude for the opportunities Gunsmoke had provided her, acknowledging that the show had been instrumental in enabling her to pursue these interests. Despite her contentment with her decision, life took an unexpected turn for Amanda Blake. By 1977, she was grappling with a serious health issue, throat cancer. Blake had been a heavy smoker for years, consuming up to 2 packs of cigarettes daily, a habit that unfortunately led to her developing this aggressive form of cancer. The diagnosis prompted her to undergo extensive surgery, which, while successful in treating the cancer, took a toll on her health and well-being. The experience of battling throat cancer deeply impacted Amanda Blake. It not only altered her personal life, but also galvanized her commitment to raising awareness about cancer prevention and treatment. She became a staunch advocate for cancer research and support, aligning herself closely with the American Cancer Society to champion causes related to oral cancer awareness. This advocacy work became an enduring part of her life's mission, highlighting her resilience and determination to make a difference in the face of adversity. Blake's association with oral cancer also posed challenges in understanding the specifics of her passing. When she eventually passed away in 1989, her death certificate listed respiratory failure as the immediate cause, complicating the direct attribution to her previous battle with cancer. Nevertheless, her legacy as an advocate and her contributions to both television and philanthropy continue to be remembered fondly by fans and colleagues alike. What do you think about the Gunsmoke actor's decision to leave? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.